Hey, Tripp Kramer here from trippadvice.com, and what I want to talk to you about on today's video is how to talk to girls on the phone. Now, in this scenario, what I'm going to be talking about is one of the first types of interactions you guys are having. So this is going to be a phone call that you might make after you met her on an app, or after you met online, or even after you met her at a bar or somewhere else. Which brings me to the first question. Why should you be calling a girl? Well, like I just said, the phone is a great way to build rapport with someone, get comfortable with someone. Now, I wouldn't use the phone as a means of attraction, right? Attraction is something that's built in person. This is something that needs to be communication right in front of you. This is not something over the phone. That's because we are wired as human beings to be attracted to someone when you are seeing them, when you are in their physical presence, when you're feeling their energy, okay? So I want you to use the phone not to build attraction, but to build rapport. And rapport is going to lead to trust, okay? So one of the reasons why I want you to use the phone call before a date and after you meet her on an app or online dating is to build that trust. So let's talk about that for a second. Let's say that you met a girl, you swiped right, she swiped right on you, you got her phone number, and maybe you already even set up a date. Or this is something from online, right? You guys messaged each other a couple times on one of the websites, OkCupid or Match or whatever, and you got her phone number and maybe you set a date. Maybe you didn't even set a date quite yet, where the phone is a great way to seal that date. First of all, most guys are not calling girls, right? They're not even the ones that are getting on the phone. So this is gonna make you stand out. But also, this is a way to get to know each other on a little bit more of a comfortable level because you're talking to each other than waiting for the in-person date. So I highly suggest you use the phone after you meet them online or off of an app. Now, you can also use the phone to gain rapport, build that comfort, and build that trust after you meet a girl in person as well. This still works. So whether you met her on the sidewalk or grocery store or a bar or somewhere in person, right? This cold approach technique, after you've done that and you get her number, you can also get her on the phone. Now, one of the best ways to do this is you end up texting her, right, to get a conversation going, and you guys are texting back and forth, but you don't want to use texting to be just building comfort, right? You want to use texting to meet up with her. Now, what if you're texting her and she doesn't respond? This is the case in which you can use the phone, right? So you can be texting her and she doesn't respond, or she's too busy to meet up with you, or she's giving you some excuse that she doesn't want to meet up with you. Well, you can call her, get her on the phone to remind her of who you are and remind her of your personality, remind her of how cool a guy you are, and this can help seal the deal to get a date. That's really the main point here. I want you to use the phone as a tool to get the date. When you guys are talking, right, whether it be in the middle or at the end, you need to be using that to say, hey, we should hang out sometime, let's grab some dinner, let's grab a drink, let's go do this, whatever it is. The phone is similar to texting in the sense that it is a tool to be able to meet up with her, but it's a little bit different than texting because you guys are able to actually chat with each other and get on that more comfortable level. So you're probably wondering now, what do you say on the phone call? What's a conversation on the phone actually look like, and how can you get it to the point where you've built some trust and built some comfort there? Well, really, it's very simple. You just got to get on the phone and start a conversation. And the conversation does not have to be mind-blowing. Of course, it shouldn't be boring and just asking her like, hey, so what are you up to, and what are you doing today, and how's your week been, right? I'm going to teach you a little technique to get off of that boring topic. But either way, the phone call is just a way for you guys to talk. There's already an initial attraction there if you've met her on an app or in person or on an online dating site, right? So it's already there, right? This is just a way to be like, hey, I'm a cool guy, I'm normal, I talk normal, I am normal, right? This is just to get her to feel safe and comfortable that you're not some sort of creep. So really, general conversation is just fine. Now, if you're completely confused on where do I begin a phone call and what am I supposed to say, here's a little technique for you, okay? I want you to pick one thing that's happened or something that you've done in the past 2 weeks that's been interesting, or something that you've been thinking about, or something that's been on your mind, and I want you to communicate that with her the second you get on the phone, okay? So it doesn't have to be anything crazy. You might be thinking like, Tripp, I haven't really done anything the past couple weeks. I just go to work and I come home, and I go to work and come home. Well, that's a separate problem in itself, and you should probably be working on that and having a more fun lifestyle. But beyond that, I'm sure something interesting or something just a little bit different has happened to you in the past 2 weeks. I want you to bring that up to her. Did something weird happen at work? Did you go see an interesting movie? Did you have an argument with one of your friends? Are you reading a new book? Did you see something funny online? Did you travel somewhere or go somewhere interesting? Did you eat some sort of good food? Whatever this is, just bring it up and start talking about it, and then you can flow from conversation from there, right? So we don't want to get on the phone asking her a bunch of questions, making her do all the work. You offer something and then let her respond, and then you can go into general conversation where it's back and forth, back and forth. Again, just showing her that you're a cool, normal, chill guy, and then you go for the close, which is going to get her to meet up on a date. Now, if you have trouble with conversation, then I have a brand spanking new video for you, and it's 100% free. It's called Chick Crack, where I go over some of the most hard-hitting conversation topics that women can't resist. I'm going to put a link to that in the description below. This is brand new if you're watching this video for the first time in March of 2017. But I want you to go check that out. It is going to teach you some amazing conversation topics that you can use on the phone or you can use in person, pretty much anywhere where you're meeting girls, and this sucks girls in and they really love it. So go get that video. It's called Chick Crack. I put that in the description below. I want you to comment right now down below this video. Let's have a conversation about the phone. Do you have any questions? Write them down below. I'll be in there answering, and I'll see you on the next video.